Hi, welcome to the third webisode of the Michigan Mountain Biking Association. I am Marnie Smiley, the Executive Director of the MMBA. This webisode, we are going to cover our annual meeting and expo, which is February 22nd, and will be at the Lansing Center in downtown Lansing. And we will also be covering other statewide MMBA news. This year's expo is the MMBA's biggest and hopefully best expo that we've had. We have over 60 booths that will be rented and 50 vendors that are coming in. And the variety of vendors is pretty big. We have nonprofits, we have bike shops, we even have skincare people coming in. So I'm pretty excited. We will also be hosting our second annual silent auction. The silent auction is bringing in some pretty big items, including a Titus Racer X frame, a Iceman entries, Magura Marta SL brake set, and a 2-day guided mountain bike tour of Red Rock Canyon outside of Vegas, including airfare. In addition to the expo, we also will be hosting our first advocacy forum. The advocacy forum is going to be led by our guest speaker, Ryan Schultz of IMBA, International Mountain Biking Association. And we'll also be bringing in John Conway, our Director of Governmental Affairs, and Ron Olson, the Director of Parks and Rec for the DNR. In addition to the expo, we also use this time to focus on a lot of business at the statewide level, including giving out our CPS awards, handing out our First Across the Finish Line awards, volunteer awards, and electing our at-large board members. The First Across the Finish Line awards this year are going to be MMBA work gloves. And then I'd also like to talk about our statewide volunteers of the year, Chris Mincing and Greg Cook. Chris Mincing is the mid-state chapter president, and he's done a lot of great things at the state level and brought a pretty thoughtful perspective to the state. Greg Cook is a member of the Pato chapter, but you would know it by how many trails that Greg works on every day. He's all over the state putting his shovel into the ground. This is also a chance for you to become involved in the at-large board bids. We have 5 members running, and for more information on them, you can go onto the website at www.mmba.org. In my very first episode, I talked about how I wanted to be more involved at what was happening at the chapter level. Well, I, in the past month, have been to the Western chapter meeting, a Holly Flint chapter meeting, and was at a conference in Dearborn for the Michigan Recreation and Parks Association. It's been great to connect with members all over the state, and I'm really excited to be meeting you guys. In addition to things that are happening at the state level, the MMBA has strong interest in what's happening at the national level, and we will be sending 2 of our members, myself and Western chapter volunteer Nate Phelps, to the National Bike Summit in Washington, D.C. in early March. This is going to be a great opportunity for us to connect with other cycling members throughout the nation, and we will be meeting with our local legislators to talk about bike advocacy. I also attended the Michigan Natural Resource Trust Fund meeting. The trust fund is one of the last remaining state grant programs that parks have access to. The committee chose 3 categories of its 13 categories to focus on for the 2009 year. The categories are wildlife and ecological corridors, urban areas, and finally trails and greenways. This is really big news for the mountain biking community because we will have extra backing and have the ability to get extra funds within the trust fund. So get to work. If you have a project that you've been working on and it's been put on hold because of money problems, this is your chance to partner up with your local municipality, Parks and Rec, or DNR and make it happen. Thank you for viewing the third webisode of the Michigan Mountain Biking Association. If you have any feedback or want to see something on this tape that you haven't seen, please let me know. You can reach me at execdir@mmba.org or just log onto our website, www.mmba.org. So thank you so much for viewing, and a big thank you to Frank Smith of Ringside Creative for making this happen. Thanks. Have a great day.